Yeah, and that it's justified, right? So it's absolutely justified, everything that he's accomplished to this point. And one thing that's missing on his resume, he already has a gold medal from these games, part of the team event in figure skating. But to get that individual gold would certainly mean something to him. So we will certainly be paying attention to that. I want to get back to where you are and the people behind you. I never want to make assumptions, but it looks like there's a couple over your shoulder, a gentleman and a young lady there. Is it safe to say that they might be on a date? And have you seen, Valentine's Day celebrations and people celebrating the weekend and the holiday coming up tomorrow?
Excuse me.
Are you going to ask them if they are? I love it.
I can't get their attention. I was going to ask them. Are they on a date? Date? Oh, it's okay. Happy Valentine's Day. They are on a date.
Okay, see, now, Aisha, we need you to put on your investigative hat, do some sleuthing, and find out, is it their first date, and how in love are they?
You know what? I will find out, and I'm going to report back our next show. I promise you.
Okay, before we let you go, I know you and I talked off camera about this. I don't remember if we brought it up to the folks who are watching this live. Tell us the drink that's in front of you, and if we've already asked this, I apologize to the people out there. What are you drinking, and how does it taste?
So, okay, they put the ice in. It's like the Dome lemonade. It's a specialty drink they do. And so they have the ice, and they have a big thing of cotton candy, and they also have gold flakes, and then they pour the lemonade on top, and it melts the cotton candy, and it's very delicious.
Okay, I think you've only had about half of it, though, so we'll let you go. Enjoy your drink, finish your drink, enjoy the day in Milan. Aisha Tolliver reporting for us live from Milan, Italy. Thanks so much, Aisha. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Yeah, I've said this a few times, but she is having, not in a bad way, but way too much fun out there. I do love it, though. And, I'd be very curious to know about that couple behind her, just because it looked like they were in an intense conversation. But, hopefully things are progressing, right? We are not matchmakers on this show. This is not Match.com. But if people find that special someone and it happens right before Valentine's Day, then kudos to them. We'll be right back on Inside Italy 2026.
Introducing Purple, the only mattress with the GelFlex grid, designed to relieve pressure and reduce pain, so you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together. Because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Save up to $500 on a Purple mattress during the President's Day sale. Purple. Less pain, better sleep.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I feel that I'm not getting the attention that I need, and it's a lot built up in my chest. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop the
normalization.
bullying.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
And welcome back to Inside Italy 2026. I'm your host, Andrew Martin. Our Aisha Tolliver was live for us in Milan. Our Justin Surrency live for us right now in Cortina. We'd like to welcome him in. Justin, let me first start with Aisha was at a cafe, sitting down, enjoying lunch. Did you have a nice lunch today on this, superstitious day, right? Friday the 13th. What was on the docket for you earlier today or maybe most recently in Cortina?
Yeah, well, it is Friday the 13th. Good afternoon here, Andrew from Cortina. We had some scary good lunch food. I had lasagna, and it was delicious. Place just down the road here along Corso Italia called Croda Cafe, and we've learned that they have just so many great Italian dishes. So definitely took a picture of that, posting that on socials a little bit later. But we're excited to be talking to you about Olympics because hopefully another big day. We've got some opportunities here, especially with, like you said, Ilya Malinin taking to the ice.
For sure, yeah, but I want to start by talking about a Norwegian cross-country skier, and I know it's not exactly at the spot where you guys are because these are a widespread games, but it is in the mountains. Johannes Hausfoot Klæbo, and it's a fun name to say, very difficult to spell out there, but, yesterday, we had a U.S. Olympian make history, and we're going to hear from him in just a second, Rich Ruohonen of the men's curling team. But Johannes Hausfoot Klæbo to win his third gold medal of these Olympics and have 8 career gold medals. Justin, we talk about history being made every single day at the Olympics. What do you make of what he's been able to do with just 29 years old and 3 events left that he's going to be competing in Italy?
Yeah, isn't it so cool? It's what makes the Olympics so just, non-stop, eyes glued to the TV, because it doesn't have to be the Americans. There is so much history happening out here. And like you said, the name rolls off the tongue, right? Johannes Hausfoot Klæbo. King Klæbo, the Prime Minister of Norway, has already said he cannot be beaten. When you have support like that, your confidence is through the roof. I mean, it's amazing that he's just 29 years old and he's doing this. I mean, with 3 more events to go, he could blow the record of most gold medals over a career out of the water. And he may be only getting started because 4 years from now, he'll just be 33 years old and trying to add to that collection. But not only is that in jeopardy to be the only one with over 8 medals, because his other Norwegian counterparts are the only ones tied with him now. Yeah. He could be just on a level playing field that we've never seen before. He could be threatening Eric Heiden's record, of course, from the 1980 Olympics of 5 in one Olympics. So we're just watching him, and I don't think the world's been glued to cross-country skiing as much as they may be this Olympics.
No, I feel bad that he was not a name that I recognized coming into these Olympics, and I've done research going back to Rio in 2016 when I first started covering the Olympics for Nexstar. You mentioned Eric Heiden, and that's, we've been talking a lot about Eric Heiden in regards to Jordan Stolz because those are both speed skating athletes, but when Eric Heiden won his 5 gold medals in speed skating in 1980, that's the most gold medals by an individual at one Winter Olympics. I mean, Michael Phelps is in another category, of course. So if Klæbo can win 6 gold medals at these games, he would pass Eric Heiden for the most gold medals at a single Olympics by one individual. I'm curious to get your take on his nickname, though, because we know athletes all the time, sometimes they give themselves nicknames, right? Like Paul George, the NBA player, called himself Playoff P, even though he hasn't really performed up to certain standards in the playoffs. But what do you think of the nickname King Klæbo? It actually does hold up, right? He lives up to the billing.
It really does. It's got some of the cool things. It's got alliteration. It's got, the fewest amount of syllables, the pronunciation has to be easy, right? So Klæbo, if there's anything about his full name, that'd be a little difficult to say. It could fit on a T-shirt, it could fit on a cup, a hat, and it also can mean clobbering the competition. So I like it in many ways. It is perfect and fitting for Johannes Hausfoot Klæbo.
Justin, I think you're saying the name better than I am. Can you just say it one more time? Because I keep saying Hausflut, but I think you're saying it better than I am.
Yeah, Johannes Hausflat Klæbo.
Hausflat Klæbo. I think I said
We're
that
out
right.
here with a lot of Norwegians, and so we hear it and we learn it properly. You don't want to mess that name up out here. We'll probably get shunned from the mountains.
See, and Justin, that's why you're the expert in Italy. Speaking of names that are kind of difficult to pronounce, so 54-year-old Rich Ruohonen, and I know I'm saying that one correct, he made history yesterday by being the oldest U.S. Winter Olympian ever. At 54 years old, he took the ice for Team Casper. I understand that you and our colleague Matt Barnes had a chance to interview him earlier today. Let's play that clip.
I think it's perseverance and working hard and always trying to be the best at what you do. And, I never really gave up. But I thought, hey, I don't have a chance. But then they pulled me out of retirement. It was a fantastic moment. It's been a long, hard journey and a lot of sacrifice by my family and my kids, and my wife and my kids, and me personally. And it's just been it was a great moment. I was really happy.
I mean, you could just hear, and feel the excitement exuding off of him. Justin, anything else from that interview that you'd like to add about a guy who, unfortunately they lost yesterday when he did make his debut, but pretty cool, right? To go 0 for 6 in previous attempts to make the Olympics team, to make the Olympics, and now he gets there.
Yeah, it was kind of like, on the American side, to relate it to, maybe golf. Let's talk about that. Like, how many Hall of Fame golfers may there have been if Tiger Woods weren't golfing at the same time as them? Think about all the major championships and things they missed out on because the greatest golfer of all time was beating them. Team Schuster just kept on finishing ahead of the teams that Rich Ruohonen was on. And he's a great curler. I mean, let's think about this. How great must Rich Ruohonen have been? He is 54 years old. He's a reserve on the team that just beat Team Schuster. Think about him in his prime. Not to say he's out of his, he's 54, so it's past his greatness peak, obviously. But he must have been absolutely just a shark out there, but just missing out. So he's always been fascinated with the sport, had a deep love of the sport. And also, I think him being on this team with Team Casper shows how much he's lent his knowledge to the new generation, because there's a lot of respect. A lot of times people maybe get disappointed in the young generation, and they're not respecting the elders or those in the past. They didn't just respect the past. They brought the past onto their team. I think it says a lot about Rich, the personality that he has. He also is welcoming to that new generation and teaching them, because he knows the future of the sport has to be with those younger athletes. And so this wasn't like which would have been fine, a pity throw, like let's get him in there. He earned this.
He earned it, yeah.
From his work in the past, and also from helping Danny Casper, the skip, to become the leader that he is, and also stepping in as Danny Casper continues to deal with health issues with Guillain-Barré syndrome, where throughout the last 2 years, there were some days he couldn't compete. And so Rich was there to help and be there, be a mentor, and be a leader on that team as well. So they're not here without them, even though, he's so humble, saying, like, they brought me out of retirement, they wanted me on the team. They needed him as much as he needed them.
Justin, if you're going to bring up golf and talk golf as a reference, then I'm definitely going to go off on that tangent, because I love golf. Masters right around the corner. And since you talked about Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson was a fantastic golfer when Tiger was doing his thing. And it wasn't until 2004 when Phil won the Masters that it was like, okay, this guy is no longer the greatest golfer never to win a major. And now he's got obviously several under his belt. So, love the golf reference, because I can always bring that up. With Rich Ruohonen, I learned two things about him the other day. One, that as a lawyer, we all knew that he's a lawyer in Minnesota, that he pays for pretty much everything, or has paid for pretty much everything for the team up until this point. But also, fun fact, he likes to make omelets. I'm wondering if you learned anything else about him in your interview with him.
Oh, wow. Well, for Rich, one cool thing that I did learn was that when Team Casper defeated Team Schuster. You know, it was a shock for those that have been following curling in America because they just have been the team that's always represented Team USA. Well, they got beat by Team Casper, this young group of kids, and then Rich is the reserve. Now, Rich had put together like time for the guys, for that team to celebrate, have some drinks, and the younger guys, they wondered, hey, do you think Team Schuster is gonna come over here? Should we ask them? Are they gonna be upset? Rich turned to them and he told us, he said, they better come over and have a beer, Danny. I spent the last 15 years celebrating with them after they beat my butt in the U.S. curling trials. They better get their butts over here and have a drink. So, I mean, he's hilarious. And that was a cool, like, moment where, you know, you realize just how close the curling community is because Rich was get beat over and over, and he's still there celebrating with these guys, wishing them well to the Olympics. So he knew that they would do the same for them.
Oh, that's great. I love to hear that. And we know that curling is a close-knit community. Every curler that I've talked to over the last 10 years has basically said the same thing. Speaking of curling, you were all over the team of Corey Dropkin, Corey Teesey, and them winning silver in mixed doubles curling. And I understand that you talked with Corey Dropkin earlier today as well. Before I get your reaction on that, let's hear what he had to say.
I'm just kind of taking on the role of being a big cheerleader for the men's and women's teams. So it's been a good time being able to kind of hang around and cheer them on.
So that was a very quick soundbite there, Justin, but he goes from being Corey Dropkin goes from basically being a silver medalist to now being cheerleader for Team USA, Team USA in general, but curling in particular. Is he still living on cloud nine from what he and his fellow Corey were able to accomplish?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's incredible. You know, he also had said, you know, go back in time and how proud little Corey, both the little Coreys would be if they knew, you know, what just happened and the hard work and determination. He was also really humble, which is really cool. As you know, covering these Olympics, most of them are just so humble. You know, you think, wow, you know, the best of the elite, you know, you're going to have some divas out here, some personal handlers, and it's tough. It's not the case, you know, so humble of a guy. He talked about the sacrifice that his fiance has made, his family has made, so that he could do this, you know, away from family a lot and having to pursue this dream, this goal that some people would just say, hey, you're crazy. Why are you spending time being a curler? Like, there's only one team from the USA that can go, and it's always been Team Schuster. And what's mixed doubles? You know, why would anybody want to do that? He had a dream, and look at him holding that silver medal. It's just absolutely incredible to see Corey Dropkin, you know, smiling ear to ear. And the best thing about that, Corey Teesey and Dropkin both afterwards, win or lose, smiling, having fun, because they are enjoying the sport they love, and it just so happens that they made the Olympics. That's what you get the feel of. They're not doing it for the Olympics. It's just so good along the way. Now they're here, and it was really cool to see.
Yeah, they're regular people that just happen to be really good at what they do, and they get to showcase it on the world stage. What does he plan to do next after these Olympics are done? Obviously, now he's going to be a cheerleader for the traditional four-person curling team. But once Milan Cortina, once the Olympics are done on February 22nd, what's next for Corey Dropkin? Did he tell you that?
Yeah, straight into wedding planning, Andrew. Wedding is in August. And he talked about how nervous he was in, I believe it was April, proposing to his now fiance. Hands were jittery, holding the champagne bottle. And a guy with nerves of steel, you didn't see any of that when he was, you know, playing against the reigning gold medal champion Italians, and it came down to that last stone. He was just steady as can be. But then again, like we see, normal people, the man or woman that proposes, you're going to be nervous. You've got, you know, just real life issues going on. And, very good, very happy for him with that wedding planning. Another thing that he talked about, it was really cool to hear, is that, especially, like, say the last stone against Italy, where they won, basically walk-off fashion. Corey Teesey throws it perfectly weighted, good throw. He's sweeping. And because of his experience and knowledge, as he's doing that, the world is waiting. Where's this going to go? Is it going to curl in? Is it going to be a double knockout? Are they going to take the Italian stones out? He knows. He says, I knew when she threw it, and I just had to sweep and get it there. I knew it was going. So before the world cheered, it's like I knew we had this game and we were going to the gold medal. And it's like you get chills thinking about that because you know he has to focus and do his job, but to know beforehand, it's almost like reading into the future. I'm sure like some of those, like we're talking about golf, Tiger Woods, you know, when he gets that perfect stroke, he knows before it even comes down that he's got another green jacket. Or, you know, LeBron James knows when that ball leaves his hand, it's going in, game winner, and he can celebrate before the crowd even does.
Yeah, the only disappointing thing with LeBron this season is he's been hurt so much that he hasn't played in enough games to be able to qualify for those All-NBA teams at the end of the season, but I think he'll be okay. His legacy is certainly not tarnished by any means. Justin, I do want to ask you about Breezy Johnson, and when you and I talked yesterday, we talked about all the things that she's been through, right? She wins gold last Sunday in the downhill, has a chance to get to the podium again with teammate Michaela Schifrin, doesn't happen in the team combined, ends up with a DNF after crashing yesterday in the Super G, gets engaged, posted on Instagram. Taylor Swift reacts. There's a little bit of back and forth. What's the update there with with the love of this weekend with Valentine's Day being tomorrow?
Well, I think, there can't be a better love story right now here at the Olympics than Breezy Johnson and Corey Watkins in that situation there. I just think it's a message to everybody. Hey, even the ring holder, the box matters, right? Because I think that's what set it all off. That's what made it go viral. It was the box. It was the quote that was on that box from a Taylor Swift song from Alchemy. Who are we to fight the alchemy? That's what triggered it. Taylor Swift picked up on it, delivered her comment, which then was another quote from the Alchemy song. Where's the trophy? He just comes running to me. And little details, right? Little details matter. And I think, whether it's Corey Dropkin proposing and getting married after the Olympics, or Breezy Johnson getting engaged down at the slopes, dream come true. Little details. Sometimes it's not the extravagant, but look at that. It wasn't anything but the box. It was the box that gave him the viral moment. What's in the box, Andrew?
Well, Justin, I got to ask you this, though, because I might have to slightly disagree with you in terms of the love stories at the Olympics. This is a pretty good one, but what about the Team USA athletes? You've got Sophia Kirkby and Jake Pates that are both single and looking for love. Are they going to find it before the games are done? What do you think?
Well, Sophia Kirkby has been vocal about being the most eligible bachelorette here in the Olympic Village. And so we're on a quest hoping to, talk to her. I did talk to her before the games actually about this. And she's been making her own pins, first of all. So history there. She believes she's the first athlete to make her own pins and sell them, because the IOC doesn't allow you to really sell products. But the luge team, they were here back in November. She has a business partner and a shop. We were there. We've got a story. You can find it on Next Star Nation, on the internet, on news stations across the country. It's at the Art House here in Cortina. We were there. She's selling her products. They're there in the shop, which is really cool. But she said she's got some dates lined up. Not just anybody's going to get a pin. She said, we have to have some chemistry in order to give a pin. She said, I'm not giving boys my pin unless they're good. So those are her words. And so she's got the pins. We talk to athletes, and people know, she's been very vocal about finding love. She wants to, and not athletes. She said she's not athletes. People that live here, local guys in the Cortina area. We've got it on good authority from sources tied to Team USA that she has at least 2 dates lined up, possibly on Valentine's Day, on the same day. We'll see how those goes and what pins she's able to give out. And, it could be 4 years from now that she is, engaged or with someone, a partner that she's been with quite a long time. She did say to me, though, this is from her again, this is the last Olympics, Justin, that I will be single.
Wow. Okay.
So this is her first Olympics, first of all. So one, she said she's going to be back, which is great because she's a great athlete, great luge, women's luge doubles making history. Hope she's back again. They're so good, her and Siobhan Forgan. But she said, this is the last one I'm single. Not coming back. Not coming back single.
Okay. I love the prediction. She's a prognosticator, Nostradamus walking amongst us, right? Justin, by the way, speaking of Valentine's Day, and I know you're a great guy, you're a great family man, please tell me that you have something planned for your wife back in Des Moines to tell her how much you love her. I know there's a time difference there, but, are you planning on calling her at a specific time tomorrow? What are you doing for Valentine's Day from Italy?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I made the call. We got a local flower shop in Des Moines, Iowa. I made the call, and we got some flowers sent over. You know, the lily is the flower of Italy. So lilies are in there, white lilies, and then I made sure to get some red roses. So I've got the colors of the Italian flag, because I'm over here and not there, sent to her for Valentine's Day, and little card. And so it's really cool. Shopping local while here in Italy, but then throwing some ties in, to the color of the flag. And she's allowing me to be out here. They actually, Andrew, our bosses, Jerry Walsh, as you well know, they asked my wife first if I could go to Italy if I was chosen. So I didn't even know. They asked her first. So that was an awesome thing by them to make sure I wasn't in the doghouse there for accepting before talking to her. They just went straight to the source.
Well, you were definitely in the running for Husband of the Year. She's in the running for Wife of the Year. There's a lot of competition out there, so you may not win the gold medal in that event, but how about like 1,000 of you are tied for that? But that is a great story, Justin. I love to hear it. Want to ask you about the backdrop behind you, because yesterday when we talked to you, you were inside. It looked like you were kind of cozy. Now it looks like it's a beautiful day. We could see the mountains just behind you. Where are you right now on that cobblestone street?
Yeah, right now we're at Corso Italia. We're getting towards the end, kind of closer towards the curling center. But this street lined with fancy shops. You got your Gucci, you got your Prada, Louis Vuitton. And, I know that it can be real fancy, but I'm actually also standing next to kind of some history. This is you can't really see it, but we're next to a water trough where animals used to, be brought over here. This is a very agriculture area where animals would drink water. So we're by the glitz and the glam, but also the, keeping things grounded with the original history of the Cortina area.
I love it. We'll let you go with this, Justin. One more question for you today. So you mentioned the name Ilya Malinin, and we all know that he's going to be skating later today for gold. He's skating in Milan. You guys are in Cortina. We've not said it enough. Actually, we probably said it too much, but I feel like we haven't said it enough, how spread out these games actually are. So I'm wondering, because people in Cortina are probably not going to be able to make it there in time to see him skate, what's the buzz in the mountains about what the quad god is, trying to accomplish on the ice later today?
Well, it's historic. I think a lot of people, there's some venues around here that have small TVs. And that's one thing that we realized, Andrew, out in Cortina. There's not any TVs at these bars. If they are, they're really tiny, which, encourages people to chat and conversate, which I love. But for watch parties and viewing, is not so good. But everyone is on pins and needles to see if Ilya Malinin can perform 7 quads, and of course, the first ever quadruple axel. It's electric. I think everybody wants to, find a way to get out of that curling center or find some kind of app streaming. And I did hear a rumor, it may be me, maybe just making it up, I don't know. But I heard that it takes Ilya Malinin, this was actually by NBC, 4.5 rotations in 0.75 seconds. He gets 2 feet off the air. So I think that if people do 4.5 turns and chant Ilya Malinin's name 4 times, you instantly transport to Milan and get to watch him in person. We'll test that out. That's my theory. You might be dizzy and not know where you are after you get transported, because 4.5 rotations is kind of, dizzying, but I'll give it a try just to get a front row seat to see Malinin break history.
You know what's funny, Justin, and as we let you go, I'm going to throw some terminology out at you from my notes yesterday when I was talking about Chloe Kim. Some of us, and I happen to be in the very small category of people who knows what a switch double core 1080 is. There are a lot of people out there that just hear these things like, quadruple axle or twizzles and stuff like that, and they have no clue what that is. They just like watching poetry in motion. So we will all be tuned in to Ilya Malinin later today. Justin Surrency, live for us in Cortina, Italy. Thanks so much, Justin, as he spins around for us. Now, you got to do it 4 times, right? Because that's the quad. You got to do it 4 times. Don't get dizzy on us. We love it, Justin. Have a great one. We'll be right back.
Introducing Purple, the only mattress with the GelFlex Grid, designed to relieve pressure and reduce pain, so you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together. Because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Save up to $500 on a Purple mattress during the President's Day sale. Purple. Less pain, better sleep.
Love the hustle, Cliff.
Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay.
But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I feel that I'm not getting the attention that I need, and it's a lot built up in my chest. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. Getting my high school diploma was a catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's and master's, and I became a teacher. When I look at all these success stories, I could not help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
And welcome back to Inside Italy 2026. I'm your host, Andrew Martin. I want to take another bird's eye view of what it looks like in Milan and Cortina, because it looked so beautiful and a picture-perfect day when we talked with our Aisha Tolliver, and then, of course, most recently with our Justin Surency. So that's what it looks like in Milan. Right now, this is Cortina. And yeah, you can't get a better image than that, right, folks? Lake Como. Well, maybe you can get a better image than that, because that looks... They all look great, but in my mind, that just looks, it's stunning. It is literally a postcard right there. So back here on Inside Italy 2026, let's take a look at the pin of the day today. I'm told that this is from our Brianna Hollis, reporter based out of KXAN TV in Austin, Texas. It is a Hawaii shaka with the thumb and the pinky finger doing the hang loose, and then you kind of have to wiggle it back and forth a little bit. But that is a very cool and creative pin that I have not seen before. So that is our pin of the day. And now to our Italian word of the day. I teased this yesterday. I think everyone kind of has an idea what this one is going to be.
Here is your Italian word of the day.
Today's Italian word of the day is love. Gustavo, what is love in Italian?
Amore.
Amore. Love in Italian.
There you go. As you see the hearts on the screen, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
open arms, with open arms.
You gotta get it.
How are you gotta fill it with prizes?
Yeah.
So there's got to be a way to open it. I'm looking at from the outside in. I would have just went to the front desk and been like, "Who's got the key to the machine? My toddler is having the time of his life." I mean, and look at him. He is having the time of his life.
Yeah,
He's
he
playing
seems
with all the
happy.
balls. Oh my gosh,
Did he
it's so funny.
Did he get to keep a prize? Did he win something?
Great
out of all
question. They
Does
should
I-
have given him one.
This? But also, do you want to reinforce this behavior? I don't know.
Well, true.
I don't know how that works.
But they could have been like, "Look at this ball," and like told him later, like, "This ball came from this story, and you were a wild child."
You were crazy. Here's the clip from the Daily Scroll, and they pull
And
that
yes,
up, and
and the local news and
Yes.
everything.
Okay, I
At
got it.
first, though, the parents did interview with the news in St. Louis and said that they were a little embarrassed. They weren't sure if they should talk about this, put it out there, because those people on the internet would be like, "How could you ever take your eyes off of your kid? That is so dangerous." But it's a great story, and everything turned out perfectly fine. And look, the kid is having a freaking blast. I love the story. I just wouldn't have called the police. That's just me. I'm not a mom yet, so maybe I would.
Yeah,
in the future.
once you become a mom, you sort of start tattling on kids having fun in claw machines.
Exactly. And if you're a police officer, also the call that you would want to get.
Yeah, they
Can't
looked
really
like
do
they were
much.
having a chill time. They were just kind of hanging out.
They're just standing there like
Looking at it.
faces pressed up against the glass, like,
Yeah,
let me
making sure
get a
he's-
witness to this.
And I think if the kid had like sat down and looked sad, maybe we would have all been like, "Uh-oh, is he in danger?" But he was
The story definitely
bouncing
would not
around,
have
having a
been
good time.
shared.
Yeah.
If he was like crying or something, that would have been
Yeah,
sad. But
exactly.
no,
But no,
clearly
he's
he's not. And then he's going to have that for the rest of his life,
Does it make
two
you wanna,
truths and a lie.
Does it make you want to crawl into a claw machine?
It does. And I used to be
Uh-oh.
a climber.
Oh no.
When I was a toddler, I've heard. Never would think to do that, though. Would have never crossed my mind to crawl into a cloud. That's what surprises me about this. Is like, I guess it's pretty easy to do, though, once you get past the first
It
flap.
does seem like people do it
If you're a small
fairly
child. Yeah.
consistently. So
Yeah. But it didn't ever cross my mind as a kid. I guess my parents didn't take me to the arcade.
It's a good use of free will.
It is. There you go. Okay, when we come back, we're talking about an auction of a sketch from none other than Michelangelo, selling for a record amount when it comes to the Renaissance artist. We'll talk about that. Pretty interesting details about this, I have to say. And then you can name an insect after your ex for Valentine's Day. And we'll let you know how you can do that. There's still time. Okay, stick around.
Introducing Purple, the only mattress with the GelFlex Grid, designed to relieve pressure and reduce pain, so you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together. Because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Save up to $500 on a Purple mattress during the President's Day sale. Purple. Less pain, better sleep.
Elmo loves to giggle. Elmo's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say?
Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait, reach out.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know.
how to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
A 5-inch drawing of a measly foot sells for $27.2 million this week because it was sketched out by none other than Michelangelo in the 1500s. Set a new record at the Christie's auction house. It was kind of in preparation. He was sketching out what it was going to look like when he was going to paint the Sistine Chapel. And now it's in the hands of a private owner, from one private owner to another, that has billions upon billions of millions of dollars to pay for a tiny, here's the kicker here, 5-inch sketch. About this big. 5 inches.
And it's got to be one of these foot.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen.
We have pulled up the
So the
sketches?
Met has several of these, I believe. It is one of 10,
Sure.
at least, that are out there.
So they could just keep selling them.
I guess so. The Met has a few of these similar ones with the red, but this one is particularly a foot.
Yeah, so this picture's of a foot. Does that?
It's not the same.
That's not the foot. It's just a foot. To be
No.
fair, some of these feet, not that good. Not to come after. Look at that. Look at that foot. I'm sorry.
You are going to critique.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's what you would look like if you put your foot out like that.
If you got webbed toes.
Sketch. I have webbed toes. Did you know that?
I fear you have said that before, like on the show. So actually,
It's in the back of your
no
mind.
part of me was surprised by that.
Maybe
but I don't
that's
know
why
if
I
you
think it's
definitely
good,
told me.
because that's exactly what mine looks like when I'm bending over like that.
It's a work of art.
It truly is. I'm unique, okay? No, it's a foot, and then what I realized is it's on the backside, that it's a leg with a bent knee. But all in all, this is just in preparation for the Sistine Chapel. So 1511 to 1512 is when they think that he drew this in red chalk in preparation for one of those frescoes on the ceiling. And it broke a new record because the past one that had sold in 2022, also at the Christie's auction house, sold for $24.3 million in Paris. This one, 27.2, more than 18 times the low estimate for what it was going to go for at the Christie's in New York just last week.
Okay, don't quote me on this. This is not a fact show, but I think
There it
is
is. Yes.
You think this is it?
That's
okay.
it. That's it. That's the one. What do you
Wow.
think? Worth 27.2 million?
It's not as webbed.
Again,
and I
small.
kind of got used to that. Stop doing
Gosh,
that.
I need to stop. I have
There are
to stop.
specific hand signals that those react
Yep.
to.
When will I learn?
Okay.
I could never draw anything like that.
You said you would hang this up in your house, though.
I would, because
given
it's
a chance.
pretty cool.
Okay.
And I think it would go with any kind of decor.
Sure.
Just a foot.
And
you
I
know?
think, to be fair, I do think it's pretty good for a turtle. So there's that. If I sounded judgy
I think some
before,
people out there might not get the reference.
That's okay.
I did. I
fine
did
with
though. So this has been traded 7 times in the past. Not the first time, but it just goes for more and more and more every time. This most recent time, there it is. There it is. That's it. They make it look a lot fancier when it's in a big frame like that.
Yeah, how much?
I like
maybe
it.
the frame's worth a couple of million. Maybe that's how we got.
Oh, gotta be at least. So almost 20 times its estimated value is what it sold for, and this after 45 minutes of intense bidding.
Wow.
So there was more than one person out there that really wanted this.
I mean, we've talked about stuff before that is just part of history, and therefore, I get selling for a fair bit, but yeah, you know.
Interesting.
Art is subjective.
I just can't believe we
Possibly
still
the most
have this
subjective.
around to look at and to go up for auction. And like he would probably couldn't have even fathomed that like this would be at an auction house and being auctioned off in this way, like the way that society works right now is that's how we do it nowadays.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
true. Yeah,
it's pretty cool to think about. Okay, and then I talked so much about Michelangelo. I forgot about
You got so into it.
I forgot about this. You can name a cockroach after your ex for Valentine's Day. This is something that's been going on for years at the Bronx Zoo. It's called Name a Roach Campaign. It's back for the 15th year, just in time for the holiday. You can ditch the chocolates and seal your love with a loathing hiss. I bet they're hissing cockroaches.
There's been a few places that have done this over.
There's
the last couple
you
of
could do the glitter bombs too, or you can do like a potato.
Well, the one I remember, I swear was like you could name it after like, or you could name like a rat, your ex's name, and then feed it to like a zoo snake or something.
Now
which
that is kind of cool. That would,
is
if you
kind
have
of
animosity
crazy.
toward your
I was
ex,
gonna say that's
could help you get
just
over him.
anger. That's just being really, really mad.
I love zoos, you know, they need the funding. Give it to them. I like the promotion. It's a Name a Roach package that you symbolically adopt and name a Madagascar hissing cockroach after that special someone or that scorned.
See, this is
someone.
less violent, and yes, is just supporting a zoo. So, you know, that's fun. That's nice.
I love it. I wish they would send you a little picture or send a little note to the guy, you know, or to the guy. Put the address in and then, you know.
Okay,
But it's
well,
all
now
symbolic.
now
It's
like
all
bullying.
symbolic. I know that is kind of sad. But there are other things you can just Google it. There's other things that will ship it right to your
send
door.
it. There was like a Valentine's Day thing at one point, wasn't there, where you could like write a I miss you to an ex, and then there was like a 1 in 100 chance that they would actually send it, and you just like hit send.
Now
and you
that's cool. I'll have
saw
to
what
look
you
that
saw.
up.
There was something about that, like
Maybe
last
we can
year or
have
whatever.
it on the daily scroll. Not the
It
news.
might have been old news, but
I'll look
yeah.
that up. See, people just in
They
their
come up with some
ideas.
fun thing.
I
See,
love it.
Yesterday we were talking about how many people think that Valentine's Day is a scam, and it's, I don't know, you can have fun with it.
You can spend your hard-earned dollars however you want,
and you can
on love or
support
hate.
it, or you can support a zoo, and
There you
have
go.
A good time
It's a
with it.
tax
I don't know.
write-off.
I don't know if it is. I think zoos are for profit, but all right.
So okay. When we come back, we're going to do trivia. You want to tell me what the theme is?
Oh, right. In honor of the cockroach story we just had,
Animals, insects.
it's food trivia.
Okay. I think I might actually be pretty good at that.
Oh, good.
Compared to the music last time. But that one really threw me for a loop. And I like to pride myself on knowing a lot of music. Okay. All right. Food trivia when we come back.
Introducing Purple, the only mattress with the GelFlex Grid, designed to relieve pressure and reduce pain, so you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together, because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Save up to $500 on a Purple mattress during the President's Day sale. Purple, less pain, better sleep.
Oh, I don't see where you got your degree.
I don't have one. I went another route.
All right. I guess tell me a bit about your experience.
For 15 years, I've been managing logistics and mastering project management skills.
Wow. Sounds like you've got just the kind of skills and experience we're looking for.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I respond to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop the
normalizing.
bullying.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
News Nation Saturday, the desperate search that has gripped the country. Where is Nancy Guthrie? News Nation's Brian Enton is on the ground in Arizona with special live coverage. Missing, the Nancy Guthrie mystery. Saturday, 8/7 Central on News Nation.
We are doing Tuesday trivia on a Tuesday, finally.
It just says trending trivia now.
But yes, I'm going to change these names up because who knows when you guys are going to be watching this show.
So true.
I used to have everything labeled per day, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And I'm changing them. So that's why if you see the graphics change, we're working on it, okay?
Technically, I guess I did pick this kind of because of Valentine's Day, but whenever you're watching this, it's just because it's trending right now.
Food is trending?
Sure.
Well, for the Super Bowl, that's what everybody says.
There you go.
know?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm nervy. Let's do it.
What was the first vegetable ever grown in space?
Okay. Well, if I watched The Martian
There
or whatever
it
it's
is.
called. Potato.
Yeah.
Oh, is that real?
Somehow I knew that you would have seen The Martian. It seemed.
Yeah.
Project
Matt
Hail
Damon,
Mary
right?
comes out soon. Yes.
Is that another space movie?
By the same author. It's based on a book by the same author. So should be pretty good. Starring Ryan Gosling.
Oh, wait, no, I love Ryan Gosling. It's the other one.
Oh, okay. I see.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
He's, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're going to move on.
Yeah.
How many tines does a standard dinner fork have? How many pokey parts?
Pokies? Is it, I think 4.
It is 4.
Ooh,
See,
I know my forks.
You know so much about food.
I do.
Have it your way is the memorable slogan of what fast food restaurant?
Is that Burger King?
It is Burger King.
I know my fast food for sure.
Do you like Burger King?
I like Burger King. Burger King is one of those where you pass by, you get a whiff of it. For me, it always smells good.
It always sounds good.
I never
Okay.
stop.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I feel like it's kind of fallen off
Yeah.
recently.
There was a time, it's probably been a year ago, where I was like, I haven't had Burger King in a while. I had it, and I was like, this is why I haven't
Doesn't
had Burger
slap
King
like
in a
it
while.
used to. I like the chicken fries.
Yes, yeah,
Those are
yeah.
good. The
and
seasonings.
they're like the only real place that has them. So
yeah,
it
you
does
can
make
only get
sense.
them there.
And then it feels like, if you get that, and like onion ring, I don't know, you can make it work. But also, there was one, it's where the
sesame
Wendy's
seeds.
is. Okay, we're on
Yeah,
different
or
planets.
where the Wendy's.
Where the Wendy's is now by campus used to be a Burger King.
Yes,
And
that's right.
Somehow went out
See?
of business, which
That's-
feels
Yeah,
counterintuitive. But they used to be really slow, so actually I kind of get it.
they are very slow. But
and every time I would get food from there, I'd be like, this wasn't worth. the time I
honestly, yes, and that I used to. That's probably when I ate the most Burger King in my
Burger King.
adult life.
That's fair. It was within walking distance. What are you gonna do?
But now it's a Wendy's, and Wendy's is so much better.
Pommes frites? Pommes?
I think it's pommes frites
Sure. Is the French term for what popular American side dish?
or pommes frites.
I'll look it up.
That's French fries, no?
Yeah, it is.
They're
I
not
knew
from the
you-
French.
I knew you know your
Pommes frites. I don't know if you pronounce the S. I don't know my French, but I know my French fries.
Yeah, well, I knew you knew Spanish, but I didn't know if you knew French.
No.
No.
Very different.
Pommes frites? Oh,
Pommes
is this gonna say it for me?
Pomme frite.
I was right.
Hey!
Don't say the S.
Look at
Pommes
you go.
frites. Look at that.
I don't speak French.
That
at
was
all.
a bonus.
Yeah. When was Diet Coke unveiled to the U.S. public?
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna go with there was the health craze of the 80s, so I'm gonna go 1982.
Just for kicks, give me a month and date. Just for bonus points. Just for bonus points. Just for bonus points.
Oh my gosh. April 12th.
see if you'd taken my birthday and like removed a day. July 8th,
I was going to
1982.
say July 1st. I was going to say
you
July.
You could have been right there.
Did I really get
Yeah,
that?
it was
That was a
1982.
straight up guess. 1982. Just
Wow.
off the dome. Oh my
Off the Dome with
gosh.
Bailey Stroll. I keep saying that should be a new show.
Oh my goodness. I have got to enter myself into Jeopardy or something.
Go get a lottery
oh my
ticket today.
gosh.
You're
I'm
great.
going to be walking on clouds the rest of the day. I cannot believe it.
I don't remember what the next question is. It's so exciting.
It was such a logical one too, just
Yeah,
right? Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Give myself a pat on the back.
What fast food chain once used the slogan, think outside,
the bun.
And we brought it back down.
Taco Bell.
Oh no, she's right.
Yes! I was going to go Burger King at first.
Yeah.
It
I thought-
sounded like a Burger King thing.
I don't remember when that was their thing.
Think outside the bun?
Yeah.
It was during my lifetime. I remember it.
Okay.
Maybe
Early
early
2000s.
2000s.
Okay, all right. I don't know what script you read, but you're getting a joke.
Oh my gosh. I lived in the drive-thrus as a child. I truly did.
I don't remember if I have one here that can trick you. Oh yeah, how many folds are in a chef's hat?
Oh Lord. Let's think back to Ratatouille, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, the countdown's coming. We're almost out of time
Almost
here.
out of time. This is going to have to be
9.
the last one. 9. She's going with 9 for a perfect record today, plus bonus points. She has entered 9, and the answer is 100.
Oh. Way off. Should have said 90.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay, but
You're
I'm
so
still
close.
feeling good. I'm pretty impressed with myself.
That was a good poll.
Oh my gosh. Wow. 1982, Diet Coke. Something about it. I just knew. All right. Now that I am just like smiling ear to ear, I will put on my serious cap for the news tonight. And I will see you then, or I'll see you some other time. Go find out what quote that is from what movie. Okay, goodbye.
Introducing Purple, the only mattress with the GelFlex Grid, designed to relieve pressure and reduce pain, so you can end and start your day feeling refreshed. From quiet mornings to meaningful moments together. Because the right bed doesn't just improve your night, it improves your day. Save up to $500 on a Purple mattress during the President's Day sale. Purple. Less pain, better sleep.
I'm a United States Marine. When I came home, I became angry. I had migraines and respiratory issues.
I served in the Army. There's a lot more people out there that have gone through more things. I shouldn't go and get those benefits because they had it worse.
If you could say anything to that veteran, what would you say?
Every veteran is deserving the benefits they earned by serving our country. You deserve because you serve. If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
News Nation Saturday, the desperate search that has gripped the country. Where is Nancy Guthrie? News Nation's Brian Enton is on the ground in Arizona with special live coverage. Missing, the Nancy Guthrie mystery. Saturday, 8/7 Central on News Nation.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
According to Jess's reporting there, telling News Nation, the Pima County Sheriff is blocking the feds from accessing key evidence in the investigation. I mean, does that strike you as bizarre?